aka King of Rock.
Hi, my name is Danny Boy. I'm one of the original Up Rock dancers from Dynasty Rockers.
Yes, my name is Edwin Perez. I go by the name of Little Ed, original Little Dynasty.
My name is CY. I represent BTB, Brother to Brothers, out of Queens, Brooklyn.
Hey. My name is Amigo Rod. I'm from Manhattan. I was in the Lincoln Center battle with Rock City against Dynamic. And I'm from the original Short Shop.
So tell me, when did you get involved in the scene and why?
Okay, well, I was 10 years old in Bushwick, Brooklyn. I was born in the Bronx. I moved to Brooklyn in 1969. I grew up in Cornelia and Wilson. And when I grew up as a young kid, you know, I used to watch the Devil Rebels. Victor, Shorty, and Angel, Cornell, those guys. They were doing this thing where they looked like fighting, and I was always into boxing and martial arts. And I wanted to really it looked so good, but they were doing it to music. And I said, wow, I want to learn that. So my older brother, who knew Victor and those guys, he kind of I used to practice every day in the basement, practice. And then one day he told me, listen, you know, my brother does the same thing. He watches you all the time. He mimics you all the time. So one day my brother told me to come out and show Victor and those guys, Tito and all of them, what I used to do. And I started doing it. And they told me, yo, Shorty, you know, you do it pretty good. You should keep that up. You know what I'm saying? You could be the next top rocker, you know? And I was like, wow, man, you think so? And for that inspiration, I just kept going and dancing in different places and watching people. And in 1976, I auditioned for Dynasty Rockers, and I started dancing with Dynasty. But before Dynasty, I made a crew called Mysterious, and we beat Nasty Rockers. And Nasty Rockers was like the third ranked group that was in Brooklyn. So when we beat them, I took over their crew because we danced for the name. Some groups used to dance for shirts, some danced for the name of the crew. And I knew, Manny and I knew Danny Boy Cowles and Little Edwin. So, I kind of White Boy Gary, who was a junior Dynasty, told me, yo, audition for Dynasty. And I said, okay, where do I audition? And I went to Danny's house and I auditioned and started to rock with them. And we all went to the same junior high school, which I was a drummer in junior high school. And we started to dance against all other crews, in Bushwick. And we had to show that Dynasty was #1.
So you guys, not all of you are in Dynasty. You're in Dynasty, said you. So tell me a little bit about Dynasty and the history.
Well, Dynasty, basically, you had to be good. That's it. You had to be good. Because if you wasn't good, you wasn't going to have to be inside the group. They want to reject you. As soon as you get better, go for tryouts. And the tryouts was, you had to dance against one of our top dancers. And you had to show what you had. You had to show good moves, you had to show good rhythm. You had to show that you know how to, what you're doing, that's doing for the record. Because a lot of people that you see that be dancing, they don't really go to the beat. I mean, they dance good, but they got no rhythm, they got no beat. It's like they're doing whatever they want to do. And I'm saying he got good moves, but he ain't go to, he listened to the music. So right there, they had to go for all that. And then another enter Dynasty. And then right there, if you wasn't good enough to enter Dynasty, you enter another group. Like Touch of Rock, which was our arch enemies, because it was always between us and Touch of Rock. Because they claimed they were #1, but we knew we were #1. And we went through a lot of battles with them, especially, as much as truths as we had, I would always start a little war. It's like, I was like a little troublemaker, you could say, back in the days. And then from right there, it was like, we used to always dance for shirts. That's the #1 key thing. They had a lot of rock groups, and I did have a lot of shirts. It's like I refused to give up my shirt. In other words, I had a lot of dance steps. And I knew basically all the records. That's another thing, you had to know all the records. If you know all the records and you play a record that you don't quite know, it's going to burn you. It's going to take you out the frame, and then right there you're going to be like, where's my shirt? And everybody's going to laugh at you. All right?
Absolutely right.
So when you guys were in it, was it still resulting, the battle resulting in actual violence, or at that point it wasn't?
There wasn't no violence. It was basically, that's another thing. It went by the crowd. There was a crowd, and when you would dance against them, it's like the crowd was basically the #1 voice. They would say, who goes for Dynasty Rockers? Everybody would be like, yeah! Who goes for Fantastic Dancers? Yeah. Dynasty. So right there, you have to take off your shirt. So basically, you had to go by the crowd, because the crowd, they basically just be judging you. They go by your moves and everything.
So what is the up rock?
Well, up rock, what happened was it's always called rock, burn. And what happened was Crazy Rock, who used to throw mostly all the rock contests in Bushwick, what happened was next to Bushwick is Ridgewood, and it's called Queens. And we had a lot of kids who thought they were going to see rock bands. And when they used to come, you see dressed like heavy metal and stuff, and you say, we guys, we want to see Led Zeppelin or some old school rock group, and we say, no, this is rock. This is the rock, and you rock on the top, up, down rock. But it came later on. It got confused with the name because the Bronx, these people used to call it Brooklyn rock, or people from Queens on Manhattan would say, "Oh, that's Brooklyn rock," or "That's up rock," and they kind of like stood with the name, but they never knew the reality name was called the rock dance. If I got old school flyers, it says rock contest, freestyle contest. They don't say up rock contest. But as people, the new generation are not familiar with the old name, so we kind of like just get them involved with up rocking because now it's break dancing, and then you got like b-boying, you got popping, you got locking. So all these dances are different. The locking and the popping came from California, where the rocking came from Bushwick, and the b-boying is more of a Bronx thing. So we had to clarify because the commercial people call it breakdancing, and then when the kid came and he wanted to learn how to break, he said breakdancing. I would say, what dance you want to learn? And if he wanted to rock or he wanted to pop, he had to describe what he wanted to learn. That's why I had to really tell the kids that you have to separate your history. You have to really know what you want to do. If you go to karate school, there's not every karate school got karate. They've got karate, you got jiu-jitsu, you got kung fu, you got arnis, you got kempo karate, you got Brazilian karate. Which martial art? Karate means fighting with your hands. So which martial art do you want to learn? You want ground fight? So there's always a different category of different things, when you get into something. So the real name is called the rock dance.
Can you describe what the up rock is? Because I saw that it's a fusion of different dances, funk, salsa. Is that incorrect?
Well, the way I heard it growing up is that Rubber Band was always a great salsa dancer and a hustle dancer. And what he did was he converted what moves he did was into the funk and soul music, because at that time it was funk and soul and disco. And as you can't dance a salsa move into funk because the rhythm is different. So he had to more put funk and soul, but use his Latino background of dancing into that dance so it can look different. So he used to take a person, cut his hair, take it like he bowled, and and do like a strike, or he took it and made it disappear. So you know how to diss your opponent. But the older guys, they wasn't really more into Bernie, they were more into freestyling because they dance. A b-boy today, he just want to do headspin. And all right, that looks good, but where's your rhythm? Where's your dancing? Where you learn how to dance? How you do your footwork? How you do this? A popper, a real boogaloo person, or a real locker, you see them really dancing and showing their creation. I'm the person telling you, if you can't hear, but you can see, by you seeing me dancing, you're feeling the vibration of music. And that's what it is. A lot of people don't have style. A lot of people don't dance on beat. And nobody's creative. Everybody wants to copy. You're supposed to copy, take that person's move and master it and better than he did, and then bring it back on the floor and say, you know what, I'm the man now. That's what it was. It was always bragging rights. Everybody wanted to be number one. I mean, Danny Boy was called a legend for so many years. And, and Little Dave, a lot of people used to be scared of dancing with Little Dave. Bob and JR, they were great at routines. You have Vinny and Noel who used to go out there and win stuff. So by us young guys looking at them, I had to take everything from everybody and to make myself what I was today. I mean, in 1980, I danced against Little Dave for a rock contest, rest in peace, Little Dennis. And me and Little Dave was the finals in that contest. And I had got shot by neck playing Russian roulette, 844 stitches. Because, at the time, there was no censors or nothing, there was nothing. We don't have the PlayStation, we didn't have it. And we were just joking around that playing around with the gun, I got shot. And a week later, I went to this contest and I said, I don't care if I die in this contest, I'm going to win it.